Cheers, folks. Cheers, love. Now, folks, anybody on the bus looking for Dublin Castle as well? We have an entrance into the castle grounds here at this stop. So, anybody looking for Dublin Castle? Anybody? No? We keep going, folks. So, I'm going to show you one of the entrances. It's actually the entrance we have to use today because the main entrance is under construction. Just coming up on my left at the traffic lights, folks. You're going to see an archway very shortly. You're going to get through these lights. Have a look to your left. This is the entrance we have to use at the Dublin Castle today. Now, there's been a castle on this site since the 12th century. And there's a very famous library inside the grounds of Dublin Castle. It's called the Chester Beatty Library. And Chester Beatty was a very famous Irish-American gentleman who made his money through mining over in America. And he collected some very famous Asian, Oriental artworks, manuscripts. And they're all on display inside his library today, folks. If you get a chance, as I said, the Book of Kells is out of commission. There's some beautiful manuscripts inside the building of the Chester Beatty Library as well today, folks. Dublin Castle. This is 18 on the map, folks. 18 for the castle grounds. It's free to go in and walk around the grounds. Now, folks, over our next couple of stops, we're going to be going past some very famous cathedrals here in Dublin. Our next stop is going to be for Christ Church Cathedral and the Dublinia exhibition. If you remember earlier on, folks, it was up around this area of the city where the Vikings originally settled, up around where Christ Church and where we're going up to next, and also in around where Dublin Castle is. So it's up around this area where the Vikings originally settled around 988, folks. So it's a great exhibition actually up by Dublin Castle. It's called, up by Christ Church. It's called the Dublinia exhibition in Dublinia. I'll tell you about that very shortly. But before we get up there, folks, I want to tell you about a very famous German man who came here to Dublin back in 1742, and he spent 6 months in our city. And while he was here, he wrote and composed a very famous song. The man who made Hokey Cokey was also buried in there, folks, but they had a hard time getting him into his coffin. You put your left leg in, your left leg out, it's in out, you shake it all about. Folks, I'll give a look at the history. I'll give a look at the jokes now. Back to the history. Give a look at the jokes. Back to the history. Now, have a look on your right here. Let's straighten the bus out here, folks. A red brick building on your right here. This is the deanery associated with St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is where the dean of the cathedral lives. Now, one of its most famous deans was a man named Jonathan Swift. And Jonathan was the dean of St. Patrick's from 1713 until his death in 1745. And while he was the dean of the cathedral, he wrote some very famous novels. Anybody aboard a bus know one of Jonathan Swift's most famous novels? Anybody ever read a book or see a film called Gulliver's Travels? Yep. Well, that was written by Jonathan Swift, folks, and he wrote that while he was the dean of the cathedral. He wrote it back in 1726, and that book is still in print today. Isn't that amazing, folks? Still in print today. It's 1726, not in Germany. Jonathan Swift. Now, we're going to a total different side of our tour now, folks, because I'm about to be past 2 cathedrals, and I noticed not many people got off those 2 stops, so I think I must have a bunch of heathens aboard my bus, because my next stop is for a whiskey distillery, and the one after that then is for a world famous brewery. I wonder how many people will get off of my next 2 stops. Anybody aboard this bus like a drop of Irish whiskey? Because my next stop is for one of the newest whiskey distilleries in Dublin for over 125 years. It's called Teeling's. Teeling's Irish Whiskey Distillery. And it's inside this building. You get to see how whiskey is actually made. You'll see the raw materials that they use. You'll also see how they age whiskey in certain barrels, which gives it its flavouring and also its colouring. And the best part about doing that whiskey distillery tour is, at the end of it, folks, you get to do a bit of whiskey tasting. So anybody aboard this bus interested in a whiskey distillery tour, I highly recommend Teeling's. Now, there is 5 whiskey distillery tours in the city. You've got Jameson's, you've got Pierce Lyons, you've got Rowan Cole, you've got the Liberty's Whiskey Distillery, and you've got Teeling's. And out of those 5, my preference would be Teeling's. For a local Dublin family, I like to support local Dublin businesses. Have a look to the front left of the bus, folks. Very modern looking whiskey distillery. Anybody like to do that? I can get you 15% discount on the tickets. That's for Teeling's, folks. If you're into whiskey. That would be my preference out of the five. If you're stuck, you don't know which one to do, folks, that is. My preference would be Teelings. Now, if whiskey isn't your tipple, anybody aboard this bus like a drop of the old black stuff? Anybody like a pint of Guinness? Well, that's where we're heading up to next, folks. The home of Guinness, the home of Arthur Guinness himself. The Guinness Storehouse, folks. Stop 22 on our map. Next stop. Oh yeah, just a little story, folks. I want you all to remember that it's never too early for a drop of whiskey, okay? Because my grandfather used to put a drop of whiskey on his porridge every morning before he gets up for work. A drop of whiskey, a bit of honey on your porridge, give it a good stir around. I'm telling you, it'll put a smile on your face as you go out the door to work, folks. Or as my grandfather used to say to my grandmother, put a bit of porridge on the whiskey. Yeah, that's how he liked it, folks. Like the porridge on his whiskey. There you go, try that maybe. Bit of whiskey on your porridge, bit of honey, give it a good stir around. Now folks, Guinness is good for you, right? That's the way they always advertise. Guinness is good for you. You can drink as many pints of Guinness as you want because it's full of nutrition. It's full of iron, folks. When my mother was actually pregnant with me back in the 1970s, the doctor used to say to my mother, Mrs. Lawless, 1 or 2 bottles of Guinness a week won't do the baby any harm at all. It's very good for the iron content. So ladies, it's great for your hair and your nails. So drink a few pints of Guinness, great for your own hair and nails. So that's where we're heading up to next. Now while you're here in Dublin, folks, I want you all to do me a favour, and tomorrow maybe, try a traditional Dublin lunch. A traditional Dublin lunch consists of 4 pints of Guinness and a packet of crisps. That'll set you up for the day. And if you want to try a traditional Dublin dinner later on, folks, have 8 pints of Guinness and mix it up maybe with a packet of peanuts. Yeah, that'll set you up, set you. There's eating and drinking in Guinness, folks. Eating and drinking in this stuff. Full of nutrition. Now folks, this area we're about to travel through is known as Phibsboro, and I want to sing you a little song about this area, right? You know, something like this. It's associated with this area, and it's also associated with the Guinness Storehouse. So this song is called Dublin in the Rare Old Times. I'll tell you a story about it when we finish. Go something